And that's where the soft life lies. Building your own schedule, working with people that you enjoy, and also building your own personal brand that's gonna last for years and years to come. Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Blessing and I do real estate tours, and I also talk about ways in which you can maximize your money in real estate, and I also talk about ways in which you can get into real estate and or make money in real estate as an investor. We have something a little bit different here today. We're not doing the regular tours, we're doing a sit down talk where I teach you guys things that I've learned in the industry for over 5 years in real estate now. That's crazy. It doesn't even feel that long, to be honest with you. Time does fly when you're doing something that you actually love, so it does fly by very quickly. But here we are 5 years and almost 6 years later. Let's talk about everything that I've learned in real estate. All right, today's video is going to be specifically for the woman, or should I say people in general, who want to do real estate but also want to enjoy a little bit of a soft life in real estate. So basically, you don't want to be in a boring 9 to 5. You don't want to just go to work for money and come back home depressed. You actually want to enjoy what you're doing, make money in what you're doing, but also live a soft life as well in real estate. And just a disclaimer, soft life just doesn't have to do with going to just expensive restaurants, brunch, all that stuff. Soft life starts in your heart as well, and God is the only person who can give you soft life. However, He can also give you soft life in your career as well, and we're here to talk about careers that can help you achieve that kind of soft life. Alright, so if you're ready for it, let's get into today's video. Alright, so career number 1 is gonna be what we already know. It's gonna be a real estate agent. Okay, I know this is very generic. Everybody knows what a real estate agent is, so I'm not gonna get into too much details of it. Basically, an agent is somebody who helps buyers and sellers purchase a home of their dream, or investment properties as well. And this could include finding a buyer, or they come to you. You help them either buy properties, let's say investment properties that they have, or a home they've been looking at. You help them with that. Also, if somebody's ready to sell their home, they're tired of their home, or they wanted to get, bigger space, you also help them as well. Find another home that's better for them. So now, just some updates so people know what's going on in real estate right now. Right now, it's very hard to even reach out to an agent and say, like, hey, can I schedule a tour with you? They're gonna ask you, who's your buyer's agent? Basically, who's representing you as a buyer? You need somebody to represent you as a buyer in order for you to be able to purchase or even view a home. It's a lot of crime and a lot of things going on right now. Most brokers do not feel comfortable or meeting somebody who they literally have no idea who they're meeting. You could be a serial killer for all we know, So how does this help you achieve a soft life, okay? So 1, get to set your own schedule. Most real estate agents are not bound to the regular 9 to 5 schedule. So they tend to usually, have their own free schedule. Obviously, as an agent, you want to make money. And so the less time you spend in the office, meaning the less time you can make money. And this could be different for most people or some very little people. It is a very heavily referenced industry. So basically, you need referrals, you need leads, you need people to, refer you. So obviously, if you're somebody who does not spend much time in the office but have a lot of referrals, that could be a good option for you as well. So you also get to work with clients you enjoy. So basically, if you don't really like to work with somebody, you don't have to work with them. You don't have to take somebody's, let's say, negative attitude. You don't have to take somebody's negative attitude just because you're in a work setting and you have to work with them, compared to a property manager where, let's say, you're in your office, somebody comes in here, you don't really want to deal with that person, but you have to deal with that person because you have to, put up a customer service appeal to people, With real estate, being a real estate agent, you don't necessarily have to. If you don't want to work with somebody, you don't have to work with somebody, which minimizes the negative energy sometimes, which helps you achieve the stuff that you're looking for. You also get to build your own personal brand. So we do have a lot of agents who are literally maximizing social media right now and branding to the max. So basically, you're the business, you're literally the company, you're the product, you're the everything. You have to brand yourself basically, and it helps you kind of spend more time with yourself. Ask yourself, what do you really enjoy? What kind of content do you enjoy? What kind of style do you like? That's why most real estate agencies see you do dress up, look cute, because you have more time to decide, how do I want to build my personal brand? How do I really want to show up to other people? And that's where the soft life lies. Building your own schedule, working with people that you enjoy, and also building your own personal brand that's gonna last for years and years to come. So you have a lot more flexibility with that one. So that will be the first one. Number 2, we have a property manager. Yay! So most people do not think property managers have a soft life, but I am here to differ because I am a property manager. I'm not a real estate agent. I'm a property manager. And what does a property manager do? What you're doing is you're managing rental properties for clients, and usually it could literally go from one home to literally 45 homes to 200 homes. Personally, I run a community of 280 homes, so it's a larger portfolio. You're working with over millions of dollars in assets that you're managing. So basically, somebody's going to entrust you with their properties, their assets. Hey, take care of these homes for me. You're going to be dealing with have a set income every single month coming in, and if you're a high-end one, you're making residents, rents, move-outs, getting the homes ready, turnover. A lot goes into it, but you can definitely achieve that soft life that you're looking for. And here's how you can do that. One, recurring income. You're definitely guaranteed an income compared to a real estate agent where you're not really guaranteed an income every single month. As a property manager, you are guaranteed a set income every single month. And we do have managers who make over $100,000 as well. So you're literally thousands of dollars every single month. It's a relationship based work. So basically, you're not just doing one-offs where you meet the client and that's it and it goes away. You're actually getting to build relationships with people. You're gonna have a client who's gonna live here for a whole year, basically 12 months lease. And so you get to build a relationship with them. You get to know their life. You get to know how many kids they have. It's more of a relationship building. It also comes with a negative side as well, where you're either too much in their business or they're too much in your business as well. But the soft life definitely comes with building nice relationships. For example, when I first got engaged, I had a lot of residents stop by the office, give me gifts, because they love you as their manager. We also have some people who hate you as your manager as well. Just so we don't make this video all positive and clear. There are some people that are not gonna like you, but you also have a lot of people who like you, bring you gifts. I have a couple of residents who literally bring us lunch every single day. So you kind of have stuff like that. And being in property management, you get to literally see the whole scope of real estate. You get to see the rental point, the managing point, the collecting the rent, stabilizing the asset point. So basically, if you wanted to run your own company in the future, you definitely have all the tools to run your own property management company in the future. So the soft life definitely lies in the recurring income, the relationships you build, and also all the knowledge that if you're smart, you're gonna use to build your own company someday. Number 3 is gonna be a transaction coordinator. So basically, all you're doing as a transaction manager is basically handling all the deadlines, you're managing the paperwork, and everything that literally comes with a real estate deal. So think of it as an assistant. You're making sure we're hitting our deadlines. You're making sure we're actually closing deals. You're making sure things are being done the proper way. And also to add to property management, there are property managers who also sell homes as well, which in this case will be me. When you're working in the manufactured home industry, you're not just managing assets, you're also selling homes. So I think that's where the real luxury lies. However, people beg to differ. You can either go just straight full-on cold turkey real estate agent, or you can also go on full-on property manager. But I think the sweet spot is definitely in between property management and being a real estate agent. All right, back to transaction coordinator. So the transaction coordinator, you're managing paperwork and deadlines for your real estate deals. Basically, you're helping the real estate agent or a property manager who's selling homes as well meet the deadlines, and you're tracking the transactions and whatever's going on with the homes, the sales, all of that stuff. Now, here's where the soft life lies, because you're not an agent, you're also not the manager, so you don't deal with the headaches that an agent would deal with and a property manager would deal with. You're basically there to ensure they're doing what they're basically supposed to be doing. So in this case, it's mostly, this job is often remote, so you don't have to work from an office space. You're working from home, you get the luxury of, waking up, getting on your bed, getting straight to your computer. You also have an organized work life, you have a good work-life balance. You're home, you're working. It's very good for people who are, parents, moms. It's easier for people like that, and they definitely do enjoy that much better. You also don't deal with the face-to-face clientele stress that comes with being in the actual field. You're hands-off, letting the manager handle everything, but you also make sure they're hitting the deadlines and the transaction is going smoothly. So you're definitely in the back end doing back work, not really in the front end. So that's where the soft life is achieved through a transaction coordinator or a transaction manager. Next one will be a real estate virtual assistant. So that would be your typical VAs who will support agents, investors, property managers, brokers remotely as well. So the soft life appeal is obviously number 1, the clear one. You're working from home, great for parents, moms who want to spend more time with their kids, have a good work-life balance, and you can also work literally anywhere in the world. So you have your digital nomads where they're just traveling around the world, working from their laptop, their computers. That's where you lie. You're more of like an assistant helping out, virtually, not dealing with the face-to-face things that goes on. So that's where the soft life appeals. People who want to travel, who want to see the world, have their own time, definitely. All right, next is gonna be a leasing agent, which is actually very dear to my heart because when I first started in real estate, I started as a leasing agent, and I can't believe it's been so many years now. But this was definitely like the sweetest spot, and I never thought I was gonna be able to be a property manager. Not that I didn't have faith that I was gonna be a property manager, but it was just a very nice spot that I didn't think or know that I wanted to go upper in the field. Does that make sense? I enjoyed it so much that I didn't think I would want to get deeper into it. And I also didn't know much about real estate at that time, so it felt like, oh, well, this is really nice and this is something to stay. But there's obviously levels to this after you're in the game for so long. So as a leasing agent, your primary role is to basically show people rental homes. You're just showing people the property, you're helping place tenants. So basically, you're the one who does the tour, show people what the homes are gonna look like. You're the first point of contact creating that vision for the resident to come live in the home. And the reason why I personally love this so much is because I'm very good at building rapport. Somebody can literally walk in my office and I can literally know 15 things about them right away because I'm asking them, hey, what kind of pet do you have? They walk in the office and they're like, I want to rent a 2-bedroom house, or I'm going to buy a home. I'm like, okay, let's get to know you first. You know, what do you like? Do you have a dog? Do you have a pet? It helps you kind of build rapport in your mind and to know, okay, I think they're gonna love this home. I can put them in this home. Or I think they're gonna hate this home. So as a leasing agent, your whole job, your whole existence, basically figure out what the tenant wants or is looking for and show them the home that is gonna blow their mind, basically. So the soft life appeals here is usually flexible hours. You're not working 40 hours a week. Though we do have agents who work 40 hours a week sometimes. You're not dealing with the pressure. All you're doing is showing homes. So yeah, sometimes it might get difficult, especially when you have people who are not, very much of a people's person, but you can also break people who are not people persons. You can definitely break them and break the ice a little bit. But the soft life lies in the flexible schedule. And also you don't have the pressure. There's not as much pressure as a traditional salesperson or a real estate agent. It's just showing you the home. Hopefully my manager can close a deal. My job is to just, happily show you this home and see if you can move to life here, and your manager just closes the deal. So it's very much less pressure, I would say. Next, we have a home stager, and this is actually very fun for people that stage homes. I've actually got to see people who stage homes. They enjoy it. They literally stay in the home, play music, try to see where flowers and stuff is gonna be. Like this office was staged obviously by a home stager, and it's beautiful. It needs a little bit of work as well. It needs more personal touch to it, but it's beautiful because they get to, play with the space, ask you what you're looking for, design it to what they know or think people are gonna love. You're basically making homes look attractive to buyers. So the soft life in this industry or this specific career is that you're working flexible hours as well. You can have stages in the home literally at 12 midnight. Like, it's a creative field, and so whenever your creative senses wake up, basically that's when you wake up as well. Like, you have a stager call you at 11 p.m. It's like, hey, I really have a cool idea for this home. Let me come spice it up and you see tomorrow morning and let me know what you think, Ability to work anytime, flexible hours, that's where the soft life really is. And it's also a creative work, so it's less pressure and more whatever God feeds your heart. So whatever ideas pop in your head, obviously you have to be a creative person to be able to, be good in this role. So that comes with that as well. However, it's more of a creative, free-flowing space. And so you're kind of on your own world. I don't want to say La La Land, but it is a little bit of a La La Land where you're decorating, making sure it looks nice, and you hope that your client is gonna love it. You're dealing with decorations, you're dealing with aesthetics, you're dealing with the latest trends. It's more of a easy breezy, kind of a womanly vibe, I would say. But we also do have men who stage homes pretty spectacularly, I would say. Next, we have interior designers for investors specifically. So as an interior designer for a real estate investor, what you're basically doing is helping flippers or long-term or short-term rental properties. You're helping them create a profitable spaces. So you have your people who decorate Airbnbs. That's more of an interior designer. You're decorating Airbnbs. If, let's say, somebody moves out of a home right now, we need a model home. Same thing with the soft life appeal here. You're working creatively, working different hours of the day. Very appealing to moms as well. And it combines creativity with real estate. It's a little more intense compared to the home stager because let's say we have a home, we have 6 homes that came back this month where people moved out and we need to flip these homes back into rentals and rent them again to other people. An interior designer will take one home, stage it, make it look very nice and say, hey, it's gonna be your model unit. Let's run these 6 homes. This is done more often compared to your home stager. Next is going to be a real estate content creator. And in this case, we have a lot of real estate content creators because you can either be an agent and be a creator. You can be a manager and still be a creator. I'm a manager, but I also do create content. So you have people like me. I literally just mentioned 3 professions in this whole list and I'm doing 3 of them. That should tell you how soft this is because you can combine 3 different careers into one. But as a real estate content creator, we have 2 different sides of it. You're either creating content for the property manager or the investor or for yourself. So we have different sides of it, you know. It's mostly home tours, it's mostly lifestyle, it's mostly, you know, the local market. What does it look like? Is it fun? Is it weird? You know, usually we have creators in the office. You're hired in the office to just create content about the community, about the neighborhood, about the city you live in. It could be, this definitely appeals to people who are looking for soft life because one, you're able to build income stream, not just through marketing the homes, but if you wanted to be an agent and sell these homes too, you definitely can. So people love the flexibility, you know. You get to do brand partnerships with people, companies who want to pay you or put one of their stuff in the homes. You get to, you know, work with brands like in that way as well. You get to create courses, digital products, etc. So you're basically your own boss, working whenever you want to work, doing whatever you want to do, basically. So that's what appeals mostly to people on the real estate content creator side of things. Next, we have a real estate photographer. So based on the name, you can already tell you're taking pictures of homes that have already been staged or homes that have not been staged as well. This appeals mostly to creative people who love the flexibility. It's very project based and so it's not very consistent. You might not have work for 2 months. However, you might have work consistently for about a whole week. It's gig based, you know, so some people love that as well because they don't have to be in a 9 to 5. They can control their own time. They can schedule you when they want this project done or when they'll have time to not do the project as well. So that's where the sub life really appeals to people. And lastly, we have a real estate investor, which if you're watching this video, you should aim to be. Don't we all want to be real estate investors at some point? Yes, so if you've already guessed it, a real estate investor is going to be somebody who buys rentals or flips rentals, manufactured homes, or other cash flowing properties. Basically, you're buying homes not to live in, but you're buying homes to rent to other people. And in turn, you're making money because you're paying you rent. This appeals to soft life because one, you're building income producing assets, which could eventually replace your 9 to 5. And if you're successful at building these assets, you're going to basically definitely make more money because you're going to replace your 9 to 5, be able to work in your own time, travel the whole world, do basically whatever you want without being tied to anything because you're creating spaces, you're building homes. People are going to love it, people are going to stay in it, take care of it for you, and in turn, they're going to pay you for giving them a space to call home. All right, these are the 10 different careers in real estate that if you're specifically looking for a softer life, more creative field, more flexible hours, this is definitely what I will recommend for you. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as we'll be dropping a lot of real estate gems on this channel. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you like this video. If you're in a real estate career that was not mentioned here, make sure to drop in the comment section to help somebody else who might want to get into real estate but is a little scared to get into real estate because they're scared of the pressure. Trust me, there is pressure, however, it's kind of fun and pressure. Alright, I will see you in my next video as usual. Bye!